Welcome to the Traffic Domination Podcast, where entrepreneurs come for traffic answers. And here are your hosts, Rob Reese and Wayne Crowe.
Hey, what's going on, guys? We got Rob Reese here and the host with the most, Wayne, the man Crowe. What are you doing in terms of your marketing go-to-market plans? Are you doing merely text-based marketing, blogging, reaching out and networking, video marketing, and so much more? There are so many different options. But before we get into that, how are you doing, my friend? It's been a week or so, and you got some brand new news. You actually have a brand new baby.
I do, mate. Are you talking about the new software, the new business, the new? What are you talking about?
Listen. You have like 6 babies. Okay, I don't know how in the world you popped all of them out, or where you popped them out from. I don't want to know that.
That's the worrying thing.
that's the secret, right? But you have so much things going on, and you got so many good things happening. You got the new business, you got the new software, you got the new car. The internet is treating you pretty good, huh?
It's taken a while, mate, but yeah, it's a fantastic start to the year, so it's going to be a good year.
Listen, the laptop lifestyle is real. The laptop lifestyle does exist, but it doesn't exist the way that most people put it off as. A lot of things are capable from the internet. A lot of things can really be a blessing because of the internet, but it takes a lot of hard work. Most people end up thinking that it's just going to be a pipe dream, that it's going to be so easy, but you've got to work at it. But there are so many different avenues to which you can actually make this work. And it's just a matter of how you execute your plan. And one of those ways that you can decide to execute is, of course, by deciding to do a blog, do reviews, do social media networking, really doing a lot of personality type of marketing. But what is huge nowadays is video marketing. As you can see, we are engaged in a little bit of video marketing just by recording these podcasts on video. And you can do it in all sorts of different ways. There's YouTube. There is shooting, video courses, and so much more. But video, it really is overtaking. Now, Wayne, in your mind, how important is video marketing?
Depends on your type of marketing, but if you're trying to build, like I'm trying to build traffic domination and audience, give value, it's massive. It's probably the biggest biggest way to get to your audience. So video marketing is an absolute must. In the VIP some days I go live 3 times. In our free group I go live sometimes 3 times. Not so much on my timeline. I've still got to conquer that fair, but I think if you look back over my years online, I think you'd probably agree as well that things start happening and speeding up once I start doing videos. I think if you look back over my kind of career, if you call it a career, whatever it is, I think that's when that kind of started to take that upwards curve, is when I started to put myself on video.
You'll notice quite a significant increase in everything that you're doing in your business if you simply just add that one element, video. The reason being is that video has such a impact on people's lives. Just think about all of the media that is consumed nowadays. We got Netflix, okay? Netflix, people love to consume left and right. I forget the numbers, Wayne, but the amount of video that people consume when they're watching entertainment is astronomical. There's this thing that Netflix really developed, and and honed in on, which was the autoplay feature. Once a show or a movie is done, if you notice when you watch Netflix, it doesn't actually stop once the movie or television show stops. What does it do? It goes directly to the next one. Why? People love to consume video, and the same exists for business purposes. Just consider how many video courses you've gone through, how many YouTube videos you've watched on how to do X, Y, or Z. It never just stops at one. Now, you don't have to necessarily consume a full video to watch multiple videos in the same sitting. Sometimes you're just going to click on different videos, watch a minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes onto the next video that you're watching to see if the information is relevant. Why? Because we live such in a culture where we need to be fed information as much as possible, and you're not going to be able to ingest as much information if you're reading text on a page or text in a book. And I mean, like you said, Wayne, you don't like, reading all that much. You listen to audio, and audio in a sense can be the same thing as video because you're just getting that consumption speed at a rate that is incredible, and you're able to suck in all of this additional information that you never would have been able to. You can do dishes and laundry and all sorts of other things while allowing this additional medium come into your brain.
Exactly. The perfect there's a guy out there, I don't know if you know him, Steve Lawson. I don't know if you heard of him.
It sounds familiar. Give me a breakdown, Wayne. Educate me.
He's a Welsh marketer, so he's from the UK. He lives in Wales. I think he just moved to America recently. But he's the kind of lovely guy, really, really nice guy. I've interacted with him a few times. But the only marketing he's ever done is video marketing. Literally, like I have my green screen behind me and trying to make it look like I'm in space and all sorts of weird stuff. He kind of gave me the idea for that. And when you watch him, literally, all he will do is he don't script it. He'll just go live on Facebook. He built a team in one of the business in the opportunities in of 56,000 people purely from video marketing. He quit he's done fantastic. Well, he's living the dream, and he's such a nice guy as well. And kind of, he's probably one of the reasons, he probably don't even know that, but he's probably one of the reasons that I kind of lost my fear of doing videos. Is watching him, and you realise, hey, you just got to be yourself. You don't have to pretend to be a news presenter or be a guru, or you don't have to pretend to be anything. You just be yourself, and that's what people kind of warm to, I think.
There are so many benefits and very what am I trying to say? There's a lot of benefits that happen quickly from video marketing as opposed to other ways of marketing. And of course, we've talked about it before. Building that know, like, and trust factor is so huge, and you nearly are able to gather that immediately because people can see your face, they can see your smile, they can get the sense that they're actually speaking with a person rather than simply somebody who's trying to sell them something behind an email or behind a website screen, right? Because you don't really have that personal connection with somebody, and especially with the invention or the addition of live video, right? The ability to do live video on Facebook, on Twitter, on YouTube. You have live time interaction now. When somebody pops up on my Facebook Live timeline, guess what? I see, hey, John started watching, Adam started watching, Stephanie started watching, and now I can be like, hey, what's going on, John? Hope you're having an incredible day. What's up, Stephanie? Thank you so much for joining. And you're able to actually talk to people rather than at people. And that's going to skyrocket the amount of trust that you get, as well as the ultimately the amount of leads and sales. You know, I've been doing video marketing for the last 2 years, and I remember very distinctly to this day the biggest paydays I ever had online were because of video. I remember I shot like a 7-minute video, a 5 to 7 minute video on Facebook, and within 2 days, my biggest 2 days was almost $9,000 pure profit, because and literally it was just like me and my cell phone, just like, hey guys, I gotta tell you about this really cool thing that, and it wasn't professional, it was more personal, and I was able to connect with these people, and the great thing is that that you can repurpose it. Okay, that's kind of that's the biggest piece that I want to give you guys, is that video can be used in multiple different ways. You know, a lot of people have said, I can't stand like video sales letters, right?
Yeah.
I absolutely love them. I wish every single, you know, piece of copy on the internet was video sales copy, but there are people who prefer reading. So people make a video sales letter and then they make the normal copy on their sales page, right?
Yeah.
Now, guess what? You can take that video, if you're creating some video sales letter, you can take that and just transcribe it into your normal copy, and you've got a blog post, you've got a video sales letter, or a regular sales letter. If you're doing like a Facebook Live video for promoting something, you can then go ahead and transcribe it into a blog post, a blog review. You can utilize it on multiple different platforms. You can cut it up into small chunks if there's maybe a preview in there. I mean, there's so many options.
Yeah, that's exactly what we do with these videos, Rob. I don't know if you noticed, but the podcast, I give it to one of my staff, shuffle it out to him, and he looks for really good little segments that we can just upload to YouTube. So it's a brilliant way of, you don't have to shoot 5 million videos. From this podcast, we'll probably get 3 or 4 separate videos that really give loads of value and help people.
That is absolutely brilliant. And guess what? You've recorded it once, and now you have an asset that you're able to distribute across many different platforms: Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, if you're going to use Twitter, your own website. I always tell people, make sure if you're shooting video or anything else, make sure you're always putting the stuff on your own website as well, because it's yours. I mean, the options really become endless. And then, of course, now we're talking about driving relevant traffic always back to your funnel. After all, this is traffic domination. We do video marketing to generate traffic, and you're going to end up seeing your analytics are going to show that you're getting traffic, unique traffic from every single source that you're placing your now new video assets on. So you're completing one task, and now you're multiplying the result by 5-6 times over and over again. So you're working less and seeing more results, which is what we want to do with video marketing.
Definitely. And one of the things I want to bring up is, or what I try and do is, how would you help someone do their first video? Because I know a guy, there's a group called Webcam Jailbreak. I don't know if you heard of that. There's only 200 people in it, but it's fantastic. If we all know how important video is as video marketers, you know, I know. Even the people watching this will know that that's something they brush off to late, or they're too afraid, or, you know, make 5 million excuses rather than do it. Join this group and you can just go live. Like, people just go live all the time. Someone watches you, doesn't matter. Someone doesn't watch you, doesn't matter. But you literally go live in it and you talk about your day or whatever until you're comfortable on camera. So join that group. We've got our group, the free group. Join that. even if you join it and introduce yourself via video, like the only way you're ever going to overcome any of your fears is by actually doing it. Do you know what I mean? Come on.
Yeah.
Just like, that's the biggest thing.
So for people who have this fear, first of all, it is a real fear. People do have real anxiety about doing it. So I don't want to dismiss that. However, consider all of the other things you currently do that you at one point were afraid of doing in the past, okay? Because at some point you ended up saying to yourself, I just got to do this. And especially if you want a particular result and you want to be successful in this area, if it's something that you truly desire, what you're going to do is you're going to say, my desire to accomplish this thing is going to be greater than the fear that I have of doing this thing. So first and foremost, don't pretend it's not there. Acknowledge the fact that you do have it, but also weigh that against your true desire and what you want to accomplish. Because if you want to accomplish something, guess what? The drive that you have to accomplish it will help in conquering that fear. That's first and foremost. Recognize whether it is something that you actually would like to do. If it's something that you're just absolutely not interested in doing, I'm not going to tell you you must do it, because there's a lot of people who don't. However, you are missing out on a lot of benefit by doing so. Another thing I would do is do it privately. Grab your cell phone. Don't even go live. Just record yourself, okay? Record yourself. Talk about something that you know about your day, about your family, things that are working in your business, things that are not working in your business, and just kind of grab your cell phone, record yourself for 2, 3, 4 minutes and play it back for yourself. Get in the habit of recognizing that when that red light goes on, the proverbial red light for recording yourself, that nothing bad actually does happen, that you can recognize, okay, I need to breathe. And that's another thing, right? Being able to breathe through your anxiety. I actually suffer from anxiety medically. And one of the things that you have to be able to do is kind of slow down your breathing. And you'll notice that once you've gotten anxious at something, especially when it comes to being on camera, you're going to start to ramble. You're going to be so quick, and then you're going to tongue tie yourself. Slow down. Just recognize that nobody's watching you with a critical eye. If you're going to go live, or if you're just recording, nobody's watching you. Just make sure that you're thinking things through in small chunks. Now, if you are going to go live and you're just going to say, screw it, I'm going to take the bull by the horns.
That's the way
This, in my opinion, is the best way to overcome your fear. One, it's going to be a lot quicker, and you're going to recognize that when people jump on your live, nobody's going to be criticizing you. Nobody's going to be worried about how eloquent you sound or anything like that. Typically, you'll find that people are very supportive, especially if you're in the entrepreneurial niche. People are typically very supportive, especially if they see visibly that you're nervous. They'll even give you some commendations during your life if they see that you're having trouble. But people are not as scary as you may think once you're going live. So just take deep breaths. Know ahead of time what you're going to be talking about. Don't plan on a 10-minute live. Plan on just a 3-4 minute live, and the more you do it, the more comfortable you're going to get. It's a very simple process. it's not necessarily a simple ability to apply that process. But once you've done it a number of times, you see that it's not all that scary, and people will actually assist you rather than dismiss you. So I think that's like the best advice that I can give.
It definitely. The way I do it, even now, is I'm on a conversation or I think of something, I will literally, and I've got 5 minutes spare. It's a great time filler. Creating videos is a great time filler as well, because if you've got 5 minutes, what can you do in 5 minutes? Shoot a quick video. But don't feel like you have to come up with all these ideas and you have to be highly entertaining and really know what to talk about. Literally, when you talk with someone and something twigs in your head, you know, like it makes sense. Just that's all I do. Pick up and you'll see most of my videos in the group, in my own group, are actually just after. I'll always start with, I've just spoken to Bob, and that's how they'll start, because I know other people will have that same kind of question. If they haven't got the same kind of question, then they'll gain from the experience of watching the video. And some videos now I can get 20 people. Which to me is amazing. I know for some people there's nothing at all, but I can get 20 people on a live. I'd say that's definitely, even if you start your own group, this would probably be the way I'd suggest do it. Start your own group and shoot videos in there, then slowly add people, slowly and let it build almost naturally, so it feels completely natural to you. I think that's a fantastic way of doing it. It's kind of how I started videos myself. And I broke the fair by doing exactly what you said, Rob. Just said, bugger it, let's just do it. Picked up the phone, talked about it, and then it does get, I don't think you ever lose the fair, but it gets easier.
It does get easier. And one of the things I hear people asking me, Wayne, is, well, what do I talk about? You literally talk about anything you want, anything you want, especially in the beginning, anything you want. You have a commentary on something, you have an opinion on something, you just want to share something about your day, about something that went right, something that is that you're excited about, a concert that you went to last night and how awesome it was. I mean, anything to kind of get the juices flowing at first. And then, of course, when you're talking about business things, you want to practice. Let me see if I have it. I don't have it, but let's just say this is my notepad, right? I write down, I have a digital notepad that I have different topics that I like to discuss. So like, anyway, I've got my notepad here on my computer, right? Everybody's got a PC or a Mac, and they all have like little notepad softwares built in them where you could take little notes, just jot down. If an idea comes through, go ahead and put it down, and guess what? You have a topic to talk about. If you just watched a YouTube video that was super helpful, guess what? You now can put out that very same information and be the authority of that, because guess what? You just learned something new that potentially somebody else didn't know. I mean, guys, it's a very simple process, not a simple application necessarily, like I said before. So, guys, video marketing, if you adopt it, can literally change your entire business and take it from literally zero to hero in the matter of no time at all. I know, I think Wayne is a great example. You even said that once you started doing videos, all of a sudden you started seeing different changes, especially when it came into interaction in the group and the way that everybody kind of communicates. And of course that translates eventually into better business.
Exactly. I done my first open Q&A, if you like, and I wouldn't have been able to do that if it weren't for doing the lives. I had 50-60 people on this open Q&A, if you like, and we done a release of our advanced training, if you like. I thought at one point we are going to have to up the attendees on the webinar software because we got that many people join. So it gives you the confidence. Once you've kind of beaten that first fair, you can just keep beating down them doors, and more often than not, I'd say your success lies behind that fair. And like you said, if you want it enough, your want to achieve has got to be more than you fear. Once that happens, I think magical stuff really start happening.
So, as a gift, guys, before we go, what I want to do is leave you with 3 different topics that you can speak to that'll be your next videos or live. 1, you can host a question and answer, right? Ask me anything. Call it an Ask Me Anything, right? You go live on Facebook and you just say, hey, I'm hosting an Ask Me Anything, okay? And this way, you don't have to come up with anything to speak about. People will literally feed you what you need to speak about, okay? 1. Number 2, teach your viewers and listeners how to do one thing, okay? You know how to do something. You know how to do one thing at least. You know how to install a Chrome extension. You know how to build a page with this particular page builder. You know how to get more clicks with this particular method of email marketing. Teach them one thing and deliver it. Number 3, you can get somebody on an interview. You can interview somebody and stream it live. You know, a lot of these cell phones now have the ability to do 2-way live streaming. So you'll get somebody who's got another Android phone. I think it's single platform. So you can only do it with Android users, I think. They may have changed it recently, where you can click on their face once they've jumped on and invite them to be part of the stream. That is another simple way, and you simply ask some preset questions, and they will be the one who is really doing the majority of the talking. So those are 3 things that you can do right now to come up with what you need to do your next live stream. And just look at the results over the course of a week. Look at the interaction that occurs. Of course, incorporate some of your business stuff. If you've got a lead magnet, tell people about the lead magnet, how awesome it is. If you've got an awesome opportunity that people should check out, promote that. But guys, I'm telling you, if you do it, you're going to see some incredible results. And by doing it more and more, like we've said, it's just going to show yourself being even better at it over the course of time. You got anything else, Wayne?
No, not really, mate. Just don't be afraid of failure, because more often than not, the fear is worse than anything else that can happen.
You know what? I love the mindset of like sports players, because it for them, they want to fail as many times as possible, because the more they do it, the closer they are to the success.
Yeah. That's the mindset you need. As an entrepreneur, that is the mindset you should attack everything with. I've had more failures than most people, I think. And you only need one to be a success. That's all you need.
Right. That's right.
You need one to be a success.
That's right. And I think it was like Warren Buffett who said, I've failed more times than anyone, but that's why I'm so successful. Something like that. You know, I'm paraphrasing. But the guy literally has probably had thousands of failed businesses, but the guy is one of the richest guys in the world. And it's because he's willing to take risks. He's willing to weed through what doesn't work to find what works. I remember when I was in sales, Wayne, and we'll leave off with this. When I was in sales, my sales coach told me this. He goes, your job is not to get a yes. Your job is to filter through all of the no's to get to the yes. So when I shifted my mindset as, okay, the no's are not a bad thing. The rejection from people is not a bad thing. It just simply means I'm one step closer to getting the yes. And the same thing goes with this. the more you do something, the more you trip over and stumble, the closer you are to actually getting it right. So take that with you guys. I hope this was a beneficial episode for you. I hope this is something that you're going to take with yourself and build upon so that you can see much more success in your online endeavors. But this is Rob Reese saying sayonara for this day.
This is Wayne Crowe as well.
Wayne, the man, Crowe. Okay, we didn't do it this week. But take it easy, guys. Thank you so much. Make sure you check us out in our Facebook group. Go ahead and click the join button below. You're going to go ahead and see all of the links below. You're going to get a free gift below. Make sure you just click all the links. Click all the links. They're all good. They're all good. Until next time, guys, we will see you next week.
Take care, guys. Bye-bye.